We're now talking about wiring the linear actuator for these automated hinged peak vents. The linear actuator has 4 wires. It has 4 wires because it's powered both as the linear actuator is extended to close the vent and as it's retracted to open the vent. So we need to make sure we have power in both scenarios. The green wire is ground. You want to make sure you always have it grounded. The white wire is going to be your neutral. The red wire will extend the linear actuator to close the vent, and the black wire is the power wire to retract the linear actuator to open the vent. So when you want to test the linear actuator, I would test it on the ground to make sure everything works properly before you install it. And when you're done, you want your linear actuator to be fully extended. If your linear actuator is fully extended and your vent is closed, it allows you to put your brace and install everything properly so that when you first power on the vent, it'll pull the vent in to open the vent. If you don't do that properly, you could actually have the linear actuator push the vent straight through the polycarbonate, and you don't want that. It's a 600-pound linear actuator, so that could cause some damage. So when you want to extend the linear actuator to close the vent, you can power the neutral and the red, and that'll extend the linear actuator to close the vent. When you want to open the vent, you can use your neutral, your white, and your black in order to retract the vent so that you can open the vent. So depending on which scenario you're trying to use, I would definitely make sure you test the linear actuator in its full length all the way out using the red and the white, and all the way in using the black and the white. When you have it wired, you want to make sure that you use the ground. I would recommend having a licensed electrician wire up the structure, but it's important to understand how this wiring works. We're going to be using a single stage thermostat that's going to power both these vents. So basically what's going to happen is you are all going to get wired together. We're going to hang the single stage thermostat right in the center of the structure, so that one thermostat will power both vents. So when we apply power to the red and the white in order to extend the linear actuator to close the vents, it's going to do that to both linear actuators. When we want to retract them, it'll apply power to the white and to the black in order to retract the linear actuator to close the vents, to open the vents. And that's how you wire it up.